to our guests. They join us live here on our big broadcast, and it is a topsy-turvy day. I am, of course, Jigman Freud, we'll just do it old school, the master debater, the cunning linguist, and the admiral of alliteration. All apologies, of course, to the fantastic Tom Likas. And you're joining us. That's right. You're joining us live. Jiggy Jaguar Experience, BitChute, Rumble, Clout Hub, YouTube, all the various places, Twitching on the Twitch. And, of course, you can find us at kjagradio.com. And we've got two great guests with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. And if you're watching us on video, holy smokes. These guys, they've got this background. I can't even, I love the guitars on the walls. I love the posters. The Anthrax t-shirt got over with me. All sorts of things. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Johnny O. I sing for the band Salems Child.
I'm James. I'm just the bass player, man.
I'm just the bass player. That's it. I'm just the bass player. So, well, at least you're not like the drummer. I always see these drummer memes on the internet.
Yeah, man. We couldn't.
People are always beating the shit out of drummers. I don't know why that is.
Well, we're trying to stick up to the drums, man.
So, it's a weird deal. But give us a brief history on Salems Child. Tell us a bit about this. Great band.
Well, Salems Child's been around for close to 30 years now. Rob and I started writing music together back in '96. We've gone through several lineup changes, but when we kind of came back together about 8 or 9 years ago, we really kind of solidified what would become what Salems Child is now. And then when we went into the studio to do The Sin That Saves You, the album that we released in 20, we brought Johnny in here, and man, just sky's the limit from there, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how did you end up in the band there, Johnny?
Well, I was living in Texas, and for since about 2012 to 2019, and I decided to move back to Indiana because my mother and father were kind of getting up there in age, and there wasn't a whole heck of a lot happening in Texas. And I, thought I'd move home to do all the right things for all the right reasons. And I had just basically started getting into Facebook, didn't really know how to navigate it all that well. And all these people are tagging me, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it says that the band Salems Child is looking for a vocalist. And one of the guys that I knew as a friend, Roy Harper, that tagged me, I got a hold of him on Messenger, and I was like, what is this? He said, yeah, dude, Scott Early's in the band, our drummer, and I've been in 2 other bands with him. And I thought, well, if Scott's in it, it's not a BS band. And I really...
That's awesome.
I really didn't, know any more than that. And I had to make a decision. Are you going to get back into music, hot and heavy? And I thought, well, all right, sure. Here's my phone number. And 30 seconds later, the guitar player Rob Salem calls me, and he's like, "Dude, I didn't know you were back in state yet. I knew you were coming back, but I didn't know when." I said, well, I'm back, and
I'm back.
Yeah. He said,
"Here's Johnny."
Yeah,
that's right. That's right, baby.
I went over to his house, I think maybe that night, and improv'd over some of the music, just the music that they had, no vocals. Yeah. And he was looking at a good buddy of all of ours, Scott Pretorius, and they were both like, "Oh yeah, we need to bring him back." So I went to their jam room, and I with more music that I had familiarized myself with, and threw down on it, and it was different from what they were used to. It was very screamy, very growly, very aggressive. There wasn't a whole lot of singing in it.
There wasn't a whole lot of singing in it. That's awesome.
Yeah, there was some singing in it. And the next thing I knew, I had gotten the part. I was in the band for 2 months. We cut The Sin That Saves You, shot the video for The Sin That Saves You. The next thing you know, Pavement Entertainment is like, hey, can we see some more? We were like, hey, sure. And we ended up signing with Pavement Entertainment.
Wow.
Had the press release, and then guess what? COVID-19 hit. Couldn't do nothing for a year and a half.
That's right.
So we I don't want to say we broke the rules.
No, we didn't break any rules. No rules broken at all. We don't do that. We don't break rules.
But we did shoot 9 videos.
Hey, you
we
know,
were 6 feet apart.
I seen a gimmick the other day on TV that apparently during COVID, the guy who was telling everyone in New York City to social distance and wear masks was going to cocaine-fueled sex parties underground where they were cramming 200 people into like a subway.
Yay!
It's a good gig if you can get it, man.
So I think you guys shooting a couple fucking music videos is fine.
We shot every video for every song that there was on the Sin That Saves You release.
Right.
And then finally, when the veil on, okay, you can go start playing and attending concerts again. That is when we jumped on a tour with the legendary band Doyle.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, it was awesome. It was a killer experience. Those guys are awesome, good people. And knowing that you're literally warming up the stage for a music legend, it's almost surreal, man. It's like, you know.
That is great. So
do it all over again with Venom Inc.
So tell me a little bit about Through Fire.
One more time, bud.
Yeah.
Through Fire.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, the song Through Fire, I came to Rob with an idea about a friend of mine that is struggling with drug addiction.
Okay.
And about what can you do about all of this? I mean, it was what was on my head right now, because it was very frustrating to me to see a friend going through this and know that there wasn't anything that I could do about it,
Yeah.
And we developed the song Through Fire, being the kind of a source of strength behind, because whatever it may be, whatever opposition in life or demons that you must face.
Yep.
Walk through the fire and take care of it, Hit it like this,
amazing.
not like this.
That is
The
amazing.
only way over is through, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. The only way to get from one side of hell to the other, through fire.
That is amazing. Well, let's do this. We're going to place you guys on a brief hold. We're going to play this track. And when we come back, we will keep chatting with the band. It is Through Fire, and we are going to it right now here on our big broadcast. You're joining us coast to coast and boulder to boulder, as they say. Get a hold of us online over there at jiggyjaguar.com. Salem's Child. And it's Through Fire. that was pretty badass. That is pretty badass. That is Salem's Child. That is Through Fire. We are going to go back to them. They are going to join us here, back live here on our big program. Salem's Child, of course, they are just amazing. That song was like a ferret and jello fight. Love the hell out of that thing.
That's great.
Tell us a little bit about your production process. How you guys, once it's written, how do you guys put this together with the band?
Man, that's a really good question. We kind of went away from our normal process with this album, on the virtue of the fact that kind of going into the pre-production process, we had like 23, 24 songs almost completely demoed out.
Yep.
Wow.
And so it became a process of elimination of, what songs are we going to work on as a group to try and refine and make into this next album. And, honestly, this time around, choosing the songs for the album was a lot easier because we had so many to choose from, because we could find the right 8 or 9 that just felt like they belonged together. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We it took a minute. I mean, we came out with The Sin That Saves You in 2020, and you would think that 4 years is a long time to come out with another one, and we actually started working on the material a lot sooner than what we released. We were going kind of the same direction of The Sin That Saves You, with heavy growling and screaming and stuff, and then I got to thinking about when we were on tour with Doyle, and there was the majority of people that would come up and talk to me after the shows. They were like, well, you can scream and you can growl, but you can sing, and I want to hear more of that. So I kind of put not the brakes or the kibosh on the direction, but I wanted to explore actually taking vocals in a more melodic direction to where it would possibly reach a broader audience. And I took that to the guys in the band and said, I know we have this and this and this and this and this. Said, but this is kind of what I want to start doing. And the guys were all about it. They were like, fucking hey, do it. So,
well, in truth, my initial reaction was, so we're not going heavier? And then I heard what he was doing, and I was like, oh man, that's so much heavier, but it's clean. It's just good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we had to, and that's why we had so many songs to choose from, because we had all of these heavy songs. I mean, that, not to say that they're ditched or we're putting them on the back burner or anything, but we took the new style, if you will, and said, this is what we need to put out. This is what the industry, as far and the public, this is what people have been waiting for,
Yeah.
So this is kind of our take on that.
Yeah. So we went with it, found the pretty, I'd say 8. We found 8 songs that really fit well together.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was on the heavier side of life. And when we played a one-off show with some really close buddies of mine, by the way of Pissing Razors. And I have been friends with Joe from Pissing Razors since he and I were 19 years old.
Wow.
And I said, man, I really want to bring Joe in and have him collab on a song. And what we're doing with the melodic, that's not going to work. We need to take one of the other heavier songs and pick which one we want to send him to sing on it. And that turned into The Reaping. And he sent us the vocals back, and we loved it.
Yeah, we knew that was the one.
That was definitely the one. And once all the music was done for that, all but say gang vocals.
Yes.
We flew him out to Indiana to shoot the video for The Reaping, and we went into our jam hall, and we were messing with The Reaping, and James busted out the microphone, and we all nailed all of the gang vocals. There was everybody in the band plus my buddy Joe.
Yeah, so he's on all the gang vocals.
So he's on all the gang
album
vocals.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we shot the video, and it was awesome fun. And turns out that we are actually going to be touring with Pissing Razors here very soon, the month of October.
Wow.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yep.
In 3 weeks, I'm going to be in Edison, New Jersey, I believe, at the porn convention.
Nice.
So,
well, you're going to be having just as much fun as we are.
I think you
Let's
guys are
hope
going to be
so.
having more fun. Being out there kicking ass, taking names, doing all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure you could probably get your ass kicked at a porn convention.
Oh yeah, every single time we go to one of these porn conventions, my significant other always has to take me over to the dominatrixes, and they always have to beat my ass. So yeah, we have videos of that shit all over the goddamn internet. We did one. Was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago, in Chicago at the porn convention. And we had two of my porn buddies call Play by Play, and she and my significant other, the lovely and talented Britannia, she filmed it, and we had this chick, this BDSM chick named Pagan the Stallion. She took what I can only describe as a boat oar, and had me bend over, and then took it to me, and she's like, "You're gonna," she's like,
have another, huh?
She's like, bend over, and you're gonna have to grab your knees
Snuggle struggle,
because I will probably lift you off the ground. So
before this interview takes a completely different turn, how do we get into the porn industry? How do we do this?
Hey, I'll tell you, where are you guys located? Where?
We're in Central Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yes.
Would Chicago next April be in your vicinity, or would it be better to do New Jersey?
Chicago, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, touch base with me in February, and I am going to see if I could get you guys a couple press passes to get in to the goddamn porn convention, and you can go hang out with me and the rest of the crew. Big Will and all. Let me know. I'll be in touch with you guys as we go through. But yes, I would love to have you guys. What would be great is if you guys could, because the convention is like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What you guys should do is you guys should come out one day for the porn convention, and then you guys should see if there's like local bars or something somewhere near there, and just get a gig.
There we go.
And just do a gig while you're in town.
Yeah.
That's what I always. It's like as Jim Ross always likes to say, maximize your minutes.
There
You know,
yeah,
if you're-
absolutely.
if you're gonna be in the area for the old porn convention, you might as well. And also, if you guys get there, I think it'd be Thursday. Maybe not. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but Thursday night they do this I don't know what the hell this thing is. They call it a mixer. I just call it getting the porn stars drunk on free alcohol at the hotel bar.
There you go. Everybody's still fresh.
But that's pretty much what they do.
Right.
It's like Flair used to say, hotel bar, 18 to 29, no husbands, no boyfriends, all that. Woo, that's right, baby. And then take your Rolex off and throw it in a bowl of spaghetti. But he has lost more Rolexes by just throwing those things away. But yeah, that would be the ideal thing. You guys get a gig because it's in Rosemont, Illinois, of all places.
Okay.
Get a gig in Rosemont, and then like a day before or the day after, come out for the goddamn porn convention. It'd be a blast.
I think we ought to do that.
We had a band that I used to do that with, and I think they broke up a couple years ago. But we used to do that all the time. I had this one band, and they would show up every year and get them fucking passes to the porn convention. They'd go in, hang out. I'd introduce them to all the.
Band that could get me passes to a porn convention, I would never break up.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I would introduce them with introduce them to some of the people that were at the convention, and it is like a whole nother world. It's a whole nother world.
And you hope so. You kind of hope so.
There was one year they held the porn convention in this spot in Chicago where they hold it every year. But this convention center had the porn convention upstairs, and downstairs was tattoo convention.
Oh, cool.
So everybody was just like this intermingling.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, you'd think that'd be a very happy partnership.
It'd be great.
Up every year.
We went out to the AVNs one year in Vegas, and they had the electronics, the consumer electronics show, and the porn convention was all in the same spot. So you had all these guys who were wearing suits, who were working, and then they were sneaking down to hang out with the porn stars. And I'm like, you can only play on your phones and fly the goddamn drone so long before you need to go down and see the porn girls.
That was not an accidental booking.
Yeah, no doubt. It was no coincidence. All of the nerds knew all the porn stars' names.
That's right. That is amazing. So when does this? How long does this Pissing Razors tour take place?
This is a short run. It's a 2-week run, 14 days. It'll be starting on the 11th.
Okay.
And it starts out in Haltom City, and then we go the 12th to Oklahoma City, the 13th to Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas, of all places. When the world are you going to be? I got to look at this. I got to look at this date here. When in the world are you going to be in Wichita, Kansas? What is the date?
When?
This is the 13th. The
13th
of October.
13th of October.
October 13th. Okay, I will.
Yes, sir.
Sir, who walked in behind me? Get me. Shoot me an email a little bit later when we're done with the interview. Let me know all the details because I want to come down and do a video interview with you guys before that show.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sweet.
I would love to come down and do a video interview with you guys and shoot some photos of the show, whole 9 yards. I think that would be a fucking blast. Where is this? Where are you guys playing when you play in Wichita?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I will try and find that for you real quick.
Because that would be
That's going to be barleycorns.
John Barleycorns.
Barleycorns.
I love barleycorns. Yes. Yeah. Get with me because I want to come to this thing. I want to come see you guys in person. I'll bring fucking Big Will and the whole 9 yards, and we'll do a. Oh yeah. You know, fuck. I might even just for the hell of it. I might even break out the fucking. What the hell kind of suit would I wear to something like this? I would wear either the rainbow suit or I might wear my disco ball outfit with my disco ball cowboy hat.
All right.
And the shades. This will be the perfect opportunity to pick up my new shades. That there is a guy in Wichita. His what the hell is his name? He's the shade guy. That's all I know. And he makes these. He makes disco ball shades. And what they are is they're like safety goggles, but he cuts up old CDs and he glues them to these fucking thing. It looks like a fucking disco ball. It looks like fucking disco ball glasses. And I've got those, and then I've got a matching cowboy hat, which is strange. I don't know why. And then I have a disco ball suit. Okay. And we may either do that or the rainbow outfit, one of the two. The rainbow outfit seems to be over as well. But
I was going to recommend an asbestos suit and a Viking helmet. You know, you're getting laid tonight.
That would be fantastic. I might see if I could find a Viking helmet. I'd like to get a helmet like the fucking guy that stormed during January 6th. That guy, the shaman. I want to get a shaman helmet. I want to get that going.
Yeah,
that dude is horny.
He is.
That guy.
That's right.
That guy.
There are so many ways I can go with this, but I need to just shut the fuck
up. We have got a great couple guests with us today. Salem's Child with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. So how do we get a hold of you guys online? Where is the best spot to find your music and everything that you guys are involved in?
Man, you can get all of our links and all the news and all the latest information at www.salemschild.com.
Fantastic. Salem's Child with an E.
You
need to have the E on there, kids.
Everything.
That's how the whole thing works. It's got.
But you can get our music off of every major platform.
Awesome. Salem's Child with us today. Join us live here on our big broadcast. So we are going to do this. We're going to play some more music from these guys because this is fantastic. So tell me a little bit about. We're going to play this here in a few, and this is like according to the old YouTubes. This is a year ago since you guys put this up. But what the hell is the Oracle in Scarlet?
Okay. Hey, this is all you, man. You were just talking about this song.
What the hell is this?
Actually, in Scarlet, the Oracle is pretty much a musical interlude to the song in Scarlet, and the lyrics it's self-explanatory. You know, it's you're the whole story behind this sin that saves you. It is a journey of trying to find yourself, losing yourself, going down in the depths where you figure out that rock bottom has even got a basement. Rebuilding, relearning, recovering, and then all of a sudden you become reborn.
That sounds like my 2024. We are going to do this. We are going to put these guys on a brief hold. We're going to play this track. When we come back, we will have more coming up with Salem's Child here on our big program. And here it is on your big broadcast. Okay, that's Salem's Child with an E, by the way. We are going to go back to Salem's Child. They are going to join us here on our big program. So that song, at least on YouTube, along with the interlude and all the stuff, is an incredibly long song. How does that do with folks? Because it seems like people don't have attention spans anymore.
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That really is one of the reasons why we took a different approach with Unbound this time around.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the track listing, I don't think there's a track longer than 5 minutes on that song.
No.
Or on that album. So, it was really kind of more geared for, the internet culture, the shorter attention spans, the folks who want to stream it song by song rather than download the whole album.
Yeah. Yep. Completely.
There's things we've learned kind of along the way because, previously we'd kind of taken the old school approach of, people are consuming albums as entire, pieces of work, and that's just not happening very much anymore.
No, not at all. Yeah, like you said, James. I mean, they go by the popularity of a band as a song by song basis now, and whether you like it or you don't, it is what it is, and you kind of you roll with it, and you when it ebbs, it ebbs. When it flows, it flows. You got high tide or low tide.
Just ride it.
Just ride it out. You know what I mean? If that's the direction that the public likes or is getting into, you gotta give the people what they want.
That's right. It's kind of like good old Bill O'Reilly used to say, tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain it.
That's right.
So, which realistically you can't explain it. It's simple philosophy of how the earth moves, Bill, but whatever. This is also the same guy who worked in TV for how many goddamn years, and when they said to play us out, he's like, I don't know what it means to play us out. So it's like simple stuff. But so one of the things I never got a chance to ask you guys during this interview is, who are some of your musical heroes and influences?
Oh, that's gonna vary depending on which one of us you ask, really.
Oh, yeah.
I've pulled a lot of my musical influences from guys like, Justin Chancellor from Tool, Tony Levin, who's played with like King Crimson and Peter Gabriel and all kinds of other acts, throughout the years, and a lot of what we're influenced by, I think, comes through in the music or whatnot, but hopefully we just don't sound like those bands. I think Rob, for example, is influenced a lot heavier by, some of the old school shredders. He's a big Chris Oliva from Sabotage fan. And I think, on this album, he really kind of harnessed a lot of stuff from like Testament and Machine Head and things like that.
That's awesome.
And really kind of threw those influences. Little Gojira in there for a tasty little, kind of prog metal flavor here and there.
See, yeah, I mean, when I came in, it took a completely different direction because my influences were right off the bat Phil Anselmo from Pantera, and some even female influences. Ann Wilson from the band Heart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and taking my musical influences. I spent a lot of time in Texas, so the Kyle Thomas from Exhorter, as far as vocals go, and Joe Rodriguez of the band Pissing Razors.
Hell yeah!
That's awesome.
For a lot of the heavier, and then like I said, of course, man, for the heavier, there was Phil from Pantera that was way up here for me. Still is and it was for many years and still is.
That's awesome. Well, gentlemen, before we let you guys go, how do we get in touch with you guys online, social media, and then we will go to our next guest?
So it's going to be, / Salem's Child for Facebook, for Instagram, for YouTube, or you can get all of the links to all of our socials at the very top of the www.salemschild.com page. Also have a link to our merch page and a link, I think, to all of the streaming sites that are currently streaming the albums.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.